Good morning, welcome to Morning Maths. We're now on day 50. Actually, only one more video to go if you're watching in 2020 because there's only 2 school days left. So day 50, let's get going. The penultimate video, which means the second last video. Let's go for 50 times 5 in year 3. 50 times 5, it's a lot like 5 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25, but there was a 0 to place. So 50 times 5 is 250. Or if you're counting 50s, 50, 100, 150, 200, 250. I counted on my fingers. That was 5 lots of 50, 250. Question 2. 897 added to 103. I've planned the answer out to this to make a special kind of number. I wonder if you know what it is before we even do the question. If you're good at your number bonds, you might. Pause if you need time to copy. 7 plus 3 is 10. 9 plus a little one is 10 again. 8 plus 1 is 9 plus 1 is 10 again. And, well, there's nothing else to do. So that little one should be a big one. It's 1,000. Number bonds, if you know your number bonds, 7 and 3 go together to make 10. That's why it ends in a 0. 97 and 3 go together to make 100. That's why it ends in 2 zeros. I'll stop there. Let's go to question 3. 400 take away 85. 400 take away 85. Line it up down the right. Be careful with your lining up. Make sure it's like mine. 0 take away 5 is not 5 and it's not 0. We need to do some borrowing. 0 take away 5. We can't borrow from here. So we borrow from the 4. Or we take from the 4. It goes down to a 3. 400 goes down to 300. One of the hundreds comes over here, and 100 is worth 10 tens. So 10 tens take away 8 tens, or 10 take away 8. We can do, but we need some help for this 0. That's what we need help for. We can get it from this 10 now. It can go down to a 9. Bring 1 over here. 10 take away 5. That we can do. That is 5. And I said it wasn't 5, but it was important you did the borrowing so that we have the 9 here in the tens column rather than a 10. Units, tens and hundreds. So 9 take away 8 is 1. 3 take away nothing. 315. 400 take away 85 is 315. Question 4. I'm going quite quick today. I had a long video yesterday with me and Mr. Blom. And today I'm going to try and do a quicker one. Although I'll never be as quick as that 14-minute Mr. Groom video that you had. I'm not setting this up in a year 3 way, am I? It would help if I set it up in year 3 way. So I'm going to do this just with the grid method today, rather than the partitioning method as well. What am I doing? I'm putting everything in the wrong place. I'm not even trying to trick you. I wish I could pretend I was. So let's split it up into 200, 80 and 7. So we split up the 287 into 200, 80 and 7. Multiply it all by 3. I'll do the answers in blue. 3 times 2 goes in here, which is 6, but there's 2 zeros to place, so it's 600. Because 3 lots of 200 is 600. 3 lots of 80 next. 3 times 8, 8 and 16, 24, that is 24. And place 1 0, 240. 3 times 7 is 21. We'll need to add up those 3 blue answers. I'll do that down here. 600 plus 240 plus 21. I have to add those up. And we get a 1 here, a 6 here, and an 8. 861. Let's see if that makes sense. 287 multiplied by 3, 861. Yep, it should be less than 900. Okay, we get to question 5. 48 divided by 5. As you know, many ways to do that. 48 divided by 5. I think I might just sing the way to this one today. How many 5s in 48? That's what we're saying. Divide means share, and it means how many somethings are in a something. How many of this number fit into this number? So I'll sing my 5s, but I mustn't go past 48. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. 45 is 9. I went up to 45. I couldn't do any more. I had 9 on my fingers. That's how I got the 9. I counted on my fingers. Counted up to 45. My finger said 9. But that says 48. So I go from 45 up to 48 in ones. 46, 47, 48. 3 ones remaining. 3 ones is, of course, 3. The answer is 9 remainder 3. You could do this with the bus stop. You could do this on a number line. But in this case, when you get used to what you're doing, you can actually just sing your way to this answer. Let's go to question 6. We have 42 times 100. 42, going to make 42 100 times bigger. So it's going to be a lot bigger than 42 when we finished. 42 times 1 would be 42. 42 times 100, we've got 2 zeros to place. It's 4200, otherwise known as 4,200 units, 420 tens, 42 hundreds, or 4,200. Lots of different ways of saying that number, isn't it? Let's go on to question 7. If you've done this before me, I wonder if I tricked you on this. I was trying to trick you on this. 7 centimetres added to 54 metres. Now, they're not in the same units, centimetres and metres. There is a lot of centimetres in 54 metres. There's 100 centimetres just in 1 metre. 1 metre would be 100 centimetres. 54 metres is 5,400 centimetres. 5,400 centimetres. So if you're going to do this question in centimetres, you need to change this 54 metres into 5,400 centimetres, which is 5,400. So I'm going to use those 5,400 and I'm going to add 7 centimetres. So it's going to be 5,407. That's going to be my answer. Don't really need column method to do this part. It's going to be 5,407 when I finally get a pen ready. 5,407. That's in centimetres, which I think is the easiest way to do it. If you did do it in metres, it's 54.07, but that's pretty hard for year 4. 54.07. I would do it all in centimetres. But did I trick you? Did you do 7 plus 54 is 61? Because if you did, that's not right. It's 5,407 centimetres. On to question 8. Share, that's divide. Or how many 5s in 4,985? With practice, you'll get nice and quick and accurate at a bus stop. It's a lovely little method, I think, when you get used to what you're doing. How many 5s in 4? 0 doesn't fit, carry the 4. How many 5s in 49? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. My finger said 9. I counted up to 45, but that says 49. So I go from 45 to 49. 46, 47, 48, 49. I counted in ones and I had 4 ones. The leftovers, the remainder, was 4. 48 now. How many 5s in 48? Well, there were 9 in 49. There's also 9 in 48. But the remainder is 3 instead of 4. And how many 5s in 35? That will fit. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. It's 7. We get 997. Time for question 9. Product, I know you know this now. It's such an important word in maths as well. Product means times. I think it's the hardest word for times. But probably not for you if you know it by now. 3,245 times 5. Multiplying by 5 is nice. 5 times 5, 25. 5 times 4, that's 20, plus 2, 22. 5 times 2, 10, plus 2, 12. 5 times 3, 15, plus 1, 16. 16,000, 225. 16,225. Question 10. No tricks in question 10. As long as you remember the decimal point, it's just £4.16, take away £2.64. We'll need to do some borrowing or taking or helping. So many words for it. You know what I mean. 6 take away 4, that's fine. That's just 2. 1 take away 6, though, we can't do. Get some help from the 4 in the pounds column. Goes down to a 3. Borrowed a 1. 11 take away 6 is 5. 3 take away 2 is 1. 1.52, in this case money. £1.52. We had 4 and a bit pounds. We took away 2 and a bit pounds. We've got 1 and a bit pounds left. And it's time for year 5. I'm going quite quick today. This might be my record. Don't know what my record is. Not 14 minutes like Mr. Groom. I don't think I've even managed 19 minutes like Mr. Blom. I think he's done an 18-minute video. Try and get them quick, but I always end up explaining things, don't I? Anyway, 7 divided by 100. 7 gets 2 places smaller. 1, 2. Ends up over there. Moving method, I call this. Fill in with zeros. 0.07. Like the decimal James Bond. And we get to question 12. This is a big old question. Question 12 is long multiplication. 5,463 multiplied by 32. 2 lines, that's a 2 of course, place a 0 here. Right, let's do the top line in purple. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9. 2 times 5 is 10. Done that. That was a purple line. I will check it now. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 6, 12. 2 times 4, 8, plus 1, 9. 2 times 5, 10. That looks okay to me. Let's do a red line. 3 times 3 is 9. I have to place my 0, of course, which I've already done. 3 times 6, 18. 3 times 4, 12, plus 1, 13. 3 times 5, 15, plus 1, 16. I'm going very fast on this. You might not know this, but you can slow down the speed of YouTube videos. My voice will go really slow and funny. Or you can speed it up if you want to make it sound really silly. You can slow down the speed of YouTube videos. There's a little option somewhere on the settings of the video you're watching. So you could always slow it down if I go too fast. Or speed it up if I go too slow. For you. Let's cross out these little ones so I don't use them. 6 and 0 is 6. 2 and 9 is 11. 9 plus 9 here is 18. 8 plus a little 1 was a 9. 0 plus 3 plus 1 is 4. 7, 1. 174,816. Let's have a peep on this. 174,816. 174,816. We're okay on that one. Go on to question 13. 6.2 minus 3.57. Biggest number at the top. 6 and a bit is bigger than 3 and a bit. Line up the decimal point. I say all this quick now because you've heard it. If you've watched all these videos, you've heard this so many times. And you'll be good at this now. It's just practice. If you're not good at maths, you need one thing, and it's practice. So 6.2 minus 3.57. You have to place this 0, as I'm sure you remember. 0 take away 7 we can't do. Get some help. 10 take away 7, 3. 1 take away 5 can't do. Get some help. 11 take away 5, 6. And 2. 2.63. 6 and a bit. We took something off. We end up with 2 and a bit. That looks right to me. And we're on question 14. Divide 2 litres by 4. I think the easiest way of doing this is change the litres into millilitres. 1 litre is 1,000 millilitres, so 2 litres is 2,000 millilitres. 2,000 is easy to divide by 4 on the bus stop. 4 doesn't fit into 2, carry the 2. It does fit into 20. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20 is 5. Doesn't fit into 0, doesn't fit into 0. 500 millilitres. I changed it into millilitres. I give my answer as 500 millilitres. If you did do it in litres, that turns out to be half a litre, 0.5 litres. 500 millilitres or 0.5 litres. Question 15. This is probably a trick, knowing me. I made this flip chart a few days ago, so I might have forgotten what trick I did. Not too bad. So we've got 75 centimetres. I'm going to change this metres into centimetres. 1 metre is 100 centimetres, so 6 metres is 600 centimetres. And the other one's in centimetres already. So you need to change, and these problems, they're very common in maths. Very common. Watch out for them. They're going to put some in one unit and some in another unit. A unit of measure I'm talking about here. So some in centimetres, some in metres. You just got to make the conversions. You've got to make the changes to get them all in the same unit of measurement. And then you'll be fine. 998 centimetres. 998 centimetres. That looks right to me. That's 9.98 metres. Because you divide it by 100. Or as I can do now, and some of you may be able to do, you just get used to the fact that 998 centimetres is 9.98 metres. So question 16, 74.5 times 100. That's going to get 2 places bigger when I multiply it by 100. 2 places bigger goes 1, 2. 7, 4, 5, 0. Still 745, 745. We need to place a 0. And it's 7,450. Okay, question 17. What have we got here? Total, that means plus. Total means plus. 4.53. I normally put the biggest number on the top in plus, but it doesn't have to be. That's a weird 7. 47.985 we've got to do. Let's get adding. I'm doing some big numbers. Right. 1 plus 9 is 10, plus 5 is 15. Don't forget the decimal point or it's all wrong. 52.515. That looks right to me. 52.515. Question 18. This might take me a little while, divided by 25. You may want to write your 25 times table. Usually I write my times table for these. I'm going to have a go without writing the times table, especially because I can see the first bit is 75. I don't think this is going to be that hard. How many 25s in 7? 0, carry the 7. How many 25s in 75? Well, 25, 50, 75 is 3. No remainder for once on these big questions. How many 25s in 3? Not many, it's far too big, so none. Carry the 3. How many 25s in 35? You can fit 1, which goes up to 25, but this is 35, so remainder 10, and a lovely 100. You know 25 fits into 100. 25, 50, 75, 100. It's 4. That's one of the easiest long divisions we've had for a while. Let's go on to number 19. Sorry, that was number 18. I know some of you like those question numbers for when you're moving around in the video. Number 19, 7,842. Multiply that by 35. 7482 times 35. So I need my 2 lines, I need my 0 here. I'm just going to do this one because year 6 know what they're doing. I'll talk through the check. 5 times 2, 10. 5 times 8, 40 plus 1, 41. 5 times 4, 20 plus 4, 24. 5 times 7, 35 plus 2, 37. Next line. Purple. 3 times 2, 6. 3 times 8, 24. 3 times 4, 12 plus 2, 14. 3 times 7, 21 plus 1, 22. Let's check that. If you can get quick at checking these, it's going to save you losing points when you finally do your SATs or whatever tests you're going to do. And it's going to save you getting things wrong when you use this in real life one day, because you will need things like this. We get 261,870. That one I'm going to peep at. The answer, 261,870. And of course the whole question was in kilograms. So that's fine. And we have one question left. Question 20. 75, take away 4 and a bit. 75 doesn't have a decimal. I'm going to give it a decimal. If you don't have one, it goes at the end. 75.00, take away 4.35. 75, take away 4.35. An old friend of mine has just joined me. He might say a word when I finish this question. Or even now.
Hey.
Here he is.
I've come to watch you do number 20 to make sure you get it right.
The penultimate video of the year, I said, Mr. Blunt.
Done on the 3rd last day of the school year.
70.65 look right to you?
Yes, because if I estimate, it's 75 minus 4 and a bit, isn't it? So yeah.
There we go. Here's the answers. One more video to come in 2020 anyway, for the last day of school on Friday. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one you'll be watching. This officially goes out on Thursday.
Yeah.
Last day of school on Friday, so got to make one more after this.
Special call out to my bubble. Run and press that pause button.
Just don't say their names.
No.
I'll see you later.
You are.
Thanks for listening. See you next time.